Yo, what's good?
I can't call it, man. What's hood with you, man?
Ain't shit, man. Sitting here waiting on you, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
man, my
but
bag, man. I was trying to get it together. You know what I mean? I had to, I ain't on top of my technology like I supposed to be.
yeah, but
Mhm.
I also know you've been busy, like making a lot of moves, which we about to get into and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, the Disobey Everything podcast, of course. Right here, you got my man Black Child from Murder Inc. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, man, so like first couple things I want to ask you is about like, what I'm saying? Like everybody knows what I'm saying, the whole Murder Inc. Ja Rule, Ashanti thing, right? But I want to focus more on you. Like what got you into doing music?
Man, yo, I started off because I fell in love with hip hop from hearing it and just, you know what I mean? But really what started me writing is a funny story because my brother I like used to get exclusive joints in Brooklyn and Queens. We used to get them a little behind. You know what I mean? Back in the days, music wasn't circulating like how it circulate now online. So boom, I was right. This one kid wrote me a rhyme when I was probably about 12 about all the TV shows. So I used to always spit that when I went to the hood, back to Queens. You know what I mean? So I needed a new verse. I needed a new verse after spitting that for like 6 months, a year. So I started trying to write myself. So I started trying to write in the crib. My older brother, Demetrius, was there. I'm like, yo, I want to write a rhyme. He was like, all right, I'm going to help you. So I started thinking of rhymes. He was like, yeah, that's hot, but say this. And he started leading me towards the Slick Rick Indian girl song. And I ain't know. He said, say she got crabs and da 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 da. So he telling me to write all this shit down. I'm writing it down. I'm like, oh yeah, this shit hard. You know what I mean? I get back to Queens. I have a battle with one of my hood niggas, and I spit it, and they like, man, you ain't write that. Ah, da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, I wrote it, so I won the battle. Ain't nobody know it was a Slick Rick verse, because like I said back then, it was different. Shit ain't circulate all the way around the world like it do now. So boom. So I got back to Brooklyn mad at my brother. I didn't even know if he fronted or not. If he really gave me somebody else rhymes or whatever. I was like, man, I said that rhyme in the battle, man. Niggas trying to say, that's a song and da 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 da. Man, why you do that? He was like, man. You ain't know that was Slick Rick's song? And start laughing at me. So
Wow.
once he did that, I said, oh shit, I started cooking up my own verses. From right there, I started writing. And that's what really started me writing my own music and getting into music.
Okay, okay. That's what's up. So how did you end up linking with Ja and um Urban or
Job from my hood, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
I'm from 193 and 99th Avenue in Hollis, Queens. You know what I mean? I born in Brooklyn but raised in Queens. And he's from 191 in Jamaica, like 2, 3 blocks away. So we always used to run into each other and we just got cool when we was younger and shit. And yeah, we just got cool with smoking and then we always used to be in this crib all the time watching the box and watching videos. I think Biggie just had came out, Snoop had came out, Death Row. Around that time, we was in the crib smoking, writing hard, writing our little verses, getting ready. And then Irv had got Mike Geronimo popping, so I used to hang out with them. But I told you I'm from Hollis, so a lot of people don't know. Originally, I was signed to Jam Master Jay. You know what I mean? But I was
All
signed to
right.
Jam Master Jay from Run DMC. But I always used to be with Ja Irv. So you know what I mean? Ja was
Right.
like my homie from the hood. And we just used to roll together, even though I was signed to Jay. I was with Ja and them doing songs. Irv had me doing songs with X and Jay-Z back in like 95 before they got on.
Damn.
You know what I mean? We was in the studio
That's
cooking up.
crazy.
I got an exclusive joint on YouTube with Hove and DMX from 1995 from back then.
Wow, that's epic. And I see the big bro Buddha Monk is in the building. You know what
Peace,
I'm saying?
peace, salute. Wu Tang, word to God.
Peace, Lord.
I
What's
heard
good,
you. I
Lord?
heard you was in Buffalo or Rochester not too long ago,
Uh,
or
I'm in
Syracuse.
Massachusetts. Massachusetts.
That's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, I knew it was that area.
I'm still here. I'm still out here.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah. I'm out here. I'm out here actually. I just got out the studio a little while ago with my sons, you know.
That's
So
what's up.
What's good though, God?
Man, I'm good. Maintaining, man. Just blessed. Happy to be here, man.
Yeah, man, we cutting through all of this, man. I done had 11 deaths in 5 weeks.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I
My
just
prayers,
had,
my condolences, man.
I just got off the 10th one and turned around. I got off the 10th one and then got a call 2 days ago that King Asiatic died, and he was out. He was close to out here. I think he was over in Springfield or whatever, and he just died like 2, 3 days ago. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like, I'm at death number 11. I'm like, damn, it
Man,
don't
that's
get worse
crazy.
than that, God.
Yo, these last 2 years been crazy with this COVID and just with everything. It's been crazy, man. Everybody got to stay prayed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I had lost COVID, I had cancer deaths, but check it. I had 11 deaths, God, in 5 weeks. Not a year, not 2 years.
Yeah, that's unheard of.
11, 11 and 11 in 5 weeks. 5 weeks.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I ain't never drove so much in my damn life.
I could imagine, man. I could imagine up and
Yeah.
down the road just to
You know what's
show
crazy
that
though
love and
about it, yo?
support.
You know what's crazy about it, man? Like you get to see everybody, you know what I mean? Like, but you hate seeing them at these times, but you know, like something like this, you ain't got no choice but to be there because you know, people look up to you, you look up to them. So, you know, just getting there and just seeing everybody like, damn. Then you start getting back to the history of all this music and everything you doing. You're like, damn, where I'm at with it now, where I want to go with it. That's why
Yeah.
I was sitting here hearing you tell your history, and I'm like, whoo, those days right there, boy, we was going everywhere doing everything, man. It was
For
crazy.
real, you had to physically be there back then. It wasn't like the internet now where we could jump on live and get some viewers and repost and they could see it later. Back then,
Yeah.
you had to physically go to every hood.
Yep, and they don't get it though. Like these kids and everybody blessed now, man. Cause yo, you gotta you don't have to put in no work like we used to, man. We had to put in work just to even, you know what I mean? Like yo, if they told you to be ready at 6 o'clock, you got to be ready at 6 o'clock for that interview. You can't
Yeah,
say, oh yo, we're gonna go at 7 o'clock and it's still
yeah, yeah.
700, 500, 9,000 viewers and shit like that. Nah, man.
Yeah, you can't run on Black Child time.
No. Oh, definitely can't run on Black Child time.
Word. Yeah, I used to miss a lot of stuff like that from being late because I wasn't aware of how of the business and just life period being punctual on how important it was. People be having other meetings lined up and other different things lined up, and yeah, you got to be on top of the game. Right now, like they could go, they got a lot of leeway with a lot of different outlets that we ain't have back when we was coming in the game, and I it's dope. It's dope. I definitely think it's a dope thing, though.
It works for us because now that we all doing this hip hop that they really like, you know what I'm saying? Even though everybody trying to get the trap music together and do all this other stuff, dudes like you, me, Buster, and everybody else that still stay keeping it level. Like when we put something on, it's like, damn, man, I needed that for my soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, facts. I'm hoping that's how they embrace this next song, this first single I'm gonna drop off my project because it's
They
different. You
They
know what I
will,
mean?
but the most important thing is not only just believing in yourself and the music that you're doing, but also have the people that's going to be supporting the system with you. Like, you know, like if your manager got to be able to know who he gonna get it to, so that they can get that, you know, hot fish and grits out there for you like that. But it ain't like that when you got to do everything and push everything. You know, people still looking for you. People done said it to you a million times in your ear, but that's not the outcome when you put it out. So you got
Facts.
to make sure those people those ground levels that you need. You need 10 people that know where to put it in major radio on the internet, 10 that know where to put it on the radio stations, underground stuff and stuff, because a lot of shit done changed around, but still got the same people. They even bringing back Ralph McDaniels and what's the other one?
A big Tigger, Big Tigger in the basement.
The Big
Yeah,
Ticket.
I seen that. That's
He
dope.
coming back, and also the one not Video Music Box, the other little nigga that used to look a little pretty ass nigga with the like kind of hazel green eyes used to do
Terrence nigga. Terrence something that on BT
Yeah, the BET
with
nigga, like
Roxy. I think he had a show with Roxy. Terrence
back in
J.
the days. I'm talking about the back in the day nigga, the nigga that used to video
Oh,
video soul.
Donnie Simpson.
Donnie Simpson's coming back out with another show.
Them the only niggas that been hosting video shows with them eyes.
Yo,
Donnie Simpson.
Donnie
I'm an old
Simpson.
school nigga, so I
But
know.
Ralph McDaniel and another thing too, because everybody still listen to Ralph McDaniel video music box. So if you get it to music box and you get it into the hoods, because Ralph still got a nice big following on his new, you know what I'm saying, his new pod, everything at plus Shady 45, you'll be all right, God. They'll feel it.
Honestly, I got a song on this project called "Bad" from Shade 45. You know, I don't think they play Murder Inc. music up there, but I know Vita just had an interview with K Slay. Shout out to K Slay not too long ago. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was Hot 97 or Shade 45, but you know, because of the politics, I'm not even sure if they support our music.
Well, we support it. The streets definitely still
support the streets support it, but I'm talking about the radio station itself. I got a lot of good friends that's from my hood that work up there that I wouldn't even want to ask to support me because it might jeopardize their job. And you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the thing about that shit, because them niggas, they'll hire you and fire you quicker in that building.
Yeah.
You hear they gone tomorrow.
Exactly.
Like, I want to ask you, did you ever think that, like, when you and Ja first started, that y'all would ever get as big as y'all did?
I never thought of it. Even now, I really just feel like as long as I've been in the game, I feel like now people is just starting to really recognize me and give me credit. And a lot of it is due to acting. And then they backtrack to the music. But I never seen it getting that big. You know what I mean? When we was doing it, it was just really, back in the days, it was to show you had skills. You know what I mean? You want to get a deal, then you get a deal, and you just want to show that you had skills. So it was more on that level. And then it became a business and a way of means to provide for our family. I learned that later on after getting on, which I think was better because I think if I was pursuing it as a business and means to make money, I probably would have approached it different. I probably would have been trying to, I probably would have been coming from the heart on certain songs. I probably would have been trying to make industry standard music back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or we'd have probably been kicking a couple of niggas' faces in because, the one thing
that
about
too.
one thing at that time, man, the A&Rs and all the other people that was handling your shit, they was funny. They was really on some like, I like this nigga. I'm gonna push his shit more than I push the other nigga shit. But the other nigga just hard as the other nigga, but it's just that favorite. One thing about the game, man, and I'm glad that it's changed more to where everybody else got a different decision about their music. Yo, when the A&Rs and all that shit was up in there, it was too much favoritism going on, bro. It was.
Yo, I remember a situation. Shout out to Keith Murray. I ran into him at the Versuz, the Fat Joe Versuz.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get in. I ain't get in either and shit because we wasn't vaccinated and shit. But
oh, word, that's how it is.
Yeah, they was on it. They started it hard the day before the Versuz. The New York had changed the law from what I was told that like it was mandated you got to be vaccinated. But I got there a little late, so I think it was a combination of my timing and the politics. I was there early, but I heard all the politics, so I wasn't even pulling up until my people got it together, and they still was having problems. So I pulled up late, and they was like, "Nah, you ain't vaccinated." They was on some bullshit. I had the test results within 17 hours saying I was COVID negative, but that wasn't official. You know what I mean? For them at the Garden, that's Madison Square Garden. They was definitely taking a lot of precautions. You know what I mean? I heard Jermaine Dupri didn't get in either.
One person get hit there, it's like the butterfly. That's like the domino effect. You hit one, all them shits, the tips go down all the way around. They can't shut the Garden down.
Facts.
They're not having it. That's like $1 billion they lost right there. You kidding?
Real talk.
What?
Real talk.
But that was epic.
But yeah, back in the days, that's what before all the COVID shit. And when it was simpler and easier, like you said, they used to show them favoritism. Because I remember when Joe Buttons first came out with Pump It Up, and we was on tour for the Def Jam Vendetta tour for the video game joint, and they was going hard putting up his posters and all the shows. And I think somebody at Keith Murray team had got tight. Word up, and niggas flipped on the street team. I think it fucked the street team up or something like that. I think Keith Murray ended up getting dropped from Def Jam behind that situation, but it was more of niggas showing favoritism because Joe Buttons was new. And that Pump It Up was popping. You know what I mean? So they was running with that. But Keith was on fire too with the Who Shot You? I Shot You joint. I think that's why he was at the Garden. I said, oh, Joe was gonna bring you out. Yeah, Joe was gonna bring you out.
Joe needed everything he could get because Ja killed him. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah,
like really. I mean, I knew a lot of Fat Joe shit, but a lot of people didn't know Fat Joe's song.
Yeah, some of those songs he was doing though. He did some hood shit. Fat Joe did a few B-sides. He ain't go all his commercial shit.
Yeah. He was treated as he called himself, the Don. You can't be a Don at a motherfucking thugged out verse for verse type shit. That just don't work. You know, giving them bags and Gucci's and all that shit. And nobody was impressed by that shit but himself. He did it for that reason.
Nah, but I love Fat Joe, man. I ain't going front, man.
That's my dog,
man. But I know he a different type of artist for Rule, so I didn't think it was gonna be a matchup because Versuz is more of a hit matchup opposed to more of a spitting matchup. You know what I mean? For real.
Yeah, but when Ja Rule was out, bro, he was coming with shit from every which way. That's why I can respect what he did that night. Cause
he brought the street shit out.
And it wasn't like he had nobody. He was just holding it down really for himself. But then he was like, oh, y'all gonna play it like that? Okay. But he's like, they were saying like, oh, you running out of songs. Kane said that KRS-One said the same shit about Kane. But the thing about Kane, the ones Kane had, Kane should have did the ones that meant the most longer so everybody could really be like, oh, Kane got it. To me, it felt like KRS-One got it.
I ain't see the whole battle, but I saw it. It seemed like KRS-One had had leverage for the first few songs that I did watch. Now I mean, but what Fat Joe did that I did like that was dope too. When Remy did the big pun part on the on the deep cover, I said, oh, they ain't playing no games, boy. That was clever. Word to God. That was a clever move right there.
Not only that, he killed him when he had to take homegirl from his Shante and Remy was on a song on his song.
And that was some dog. That was some
had to go over there and do that shit. I was like, oh, Joe just stole him for a second and shit. Like, hold up, they ain't do shit with you, just you. We both did shit. Hold up. And then he took that shit and brought it out. I was like, oh, he shitted on him.
Yeah, for real. That shit was crazy.
They best of friends, though. They best of friends. Like, because KRS-One said that KRS-One and him been friends for like years. But the thing that fucked me up was one thing I like about, I'm going to tell you that I like about Kane did the part where he said, I want to give a big shout out to KRS-One and his wife. They got me off a couch that I was staying at and got me my first apartment. I was like, holy shit, the history of knowing that.
And then seeing them battle 30 years later.
Yeah, and
it might have been 40. It might have been 40 for them.
And I didn't know that Roxanne Shante was the reason all of them got a deal, the whole entire Juice Crew and Nas.
Yeah, Roxanne Shante. I don't know if she was the first out the bridge. Was she before Shan? She might have came before Shan.
She brought all of them. She brought all of them. Shan, Coogee Rap, what's the nigga that was there that night? He
she would have been the illest A&R CEO anything.
She brought out Craig G. She brought out Master Ace. She brought out Craig G. She brought out Math Day. She brought out all them niggas, and he specified it. Kane specified it right there at the verses, and she still do a verse.
That's a Queens from Queens right there. She real talk. Shout out to Roxanne Shante. She official, man. I always been a fan of hers too when I was little. When she came back with the Roxanne remix. Around then, that's when I was listening to music and starting to get into the really listening. And
that's when you ill, when you know you ain't got to put out many records, but you put out enough diss records that no other chick wanted to try her after that.
Facts. She had one more battle though. Did she bring Big Mama something to somebody else? She had something else with some chick she was battling.
She tore their ass up, and that was it. They had one time, and Shante was.
She was a one-shot kill. She dropped one
shot kill. One shot kill. All the rest of the chicks that came up after her, they got to go 6-7 times against each other. Shante was she said it that night too. She said, and if you was ready to battle me, I tell you right now, I'm a one-shot kill. That's exactly what she said that night too.
That's crazy.
She killed it. She killed it. It was nice, man. And I'm gonna tell you though, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. D Block tore motherfucking what's the name of them ass up?
Yeah, D Block went crazy. You know what? You know what be the difference in, and what you can see with the verses and the ones that was successful and the ones that was mediocre is that the niggas that's really spitting and controlling that mic and spitting their bars was victorious from the delivery. You know what I mean? That's one thing I did notice with Kane. He was spitting and he wasn't leaving room for the crowd to hit his lyrics a little bit. It wasn't enough. He ain't get him that room to drop, which is amazing on breath control because Kane be spitting fast. Nigga.
I was shocked. The nigga jumped off the stage, climbed over the bars, climbed back over the bars, and jumped on the stage by himself with no help. I said, that nigga is in shape.
Yeah, he still got it.
and did his dance.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting for him to do the split.
Yeah, he ain't do the split?
Nah.
If he would have did the split, they would have went crazy. They would have went nuts.
That nigga would have did the split. His girl would have been rubbing motherfucking Vaccination oil and all kind of shit on his ass like that. I don't give a fuck how much you work out. He ain't working out that much, bro. You shit. That's a yoga class split, nigga. You crazy?
Yeah,
you only do that shit in young move.
That's a 40-year ago move right there.
I had an uncle though that could do a split to this day, like at that, and this nigga is like 60 years old, but it's because he constantly practices. You understand what I'm saying? Kane ain't practicing that shit, God. Damn, God, you over there choking on that choke.
I've been smoking on this crypto cannabis, this Murder Inc. Line we coming out of marijuana. We coming out with that crypto cannabis. You know what I mean?
Been hearing about something y'all was about to do. Yo, God, let me tell you something. It felt good just to see the whole Murder Inc. in the building that night, God.
Man, yo, I wanted to be there so bad, my nigga. I was mad. Yo, I
didn't
crazy.
See you. I
the old black child would have been crazy outside. I'd have been flipping on security and all that. But being older and mature now, you understand the politics, and I just had to fall back. Plus, a lot of times when you start acting crazy, they expect you to act like that, and then they think you Hollywood Boulevard. Like, who the fuck this nigga think he is? So I never come across like, yo, know what I mean? I just had to eat that one, but I definitely want to be in the building for that one. Vita did her thing. Well, the guy, Little Mo, shout out to Little Mo. That's all that came out with Rule.
I was like, where this nigga at? Because I'm like, him not being there, this is crazy. I was looking for him too. I didn't see him.
Like, I know he there somewhere.
I know he there somewhere. I'm like, him not
right outside. I took a few pictures with niggas outside, right there in front of 12 was out there. The cops was out there, all crazy and shit. They was like, Black Child, what's up, yo? Let me get a flick. I took a few pictures with a few people outside, but yeah, they ain't let the kid in the building. I definitely want to be in there.
Matter of fact, how I knew you was outside because later on Radar Van was out there taking pictures with everybody, had the W hat on and everything, like,
yeah.
He he was trying to catch a picture with you and shit then, and I was like, oh, that goes Black Child right there and shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, I seen Radar. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna go over here and do some flicks and get everybody to get some shout outs to me. This and that. I'm like, nigga, your podcast ain't up like that. You know, but, see you later. You know what I'm saying? But I saw you in the passing while he was on his phone. I said, that nigga go right there. Why he didn't get on stage?
Yeah, they politricked me out of it with everything that's going on with COVID, you know what I mean? And people being vaccinated and all that. It's still, I got caught up in the middle of that politrick.
But the tour's coming up, so you're gonna be all up in that shit. So
yeah. If I gotta get vaccinated, I might go ahead and get vaccinated because I ain't going for both my brothers vaccinated, my mother's vaccinated because she a frontline worker, she doing nursing.
I just got my last one yesterday.
Yeah, so see what I'm saying? So you got vaccinated. So it's not common for me to run into people that's vaccinated for me to feel like, oh, word, and I see them doing good. So you know what I mean? So I'm gonna end up getting vaccinated. I said I'm gonna be one of the last niggas.
I tell you, I think you need to get the Pfizer because it's FDA approved. Don't get that Moderna one. It's not FDA approved.
Yeah, I got the Pfizer.
Don't get that Johnson. I got the Pfizer.
Yeah, Pfizer is 1 shot or 2 shot?
Pfizer is 2 shots, but it's 20 instead of 28 days, it's 21 days. So the first day from the one you take it, you go back the second day to the same person will give you the same shot.
One thing about Moderna, I ain't get none of the shots, but I made some good money off of the stocks off of Moderna. a few months back, Moderna shot up and doubled up for me real quick.
Yeah, look, I heard a lot of people,
you know what I mean? And I ain't get none of them. But then I seen some stuff with the kids where a few college kids got sick and I just had pulled out. You know what I mean? Because I go off a vibe in my heart when it comes to investments and shit like that. So once I seen that, but everything is a hustle though.
Yeah, so when is that bug gonna be available? Like where we could find that at?
Yo, honestly, that bug gonna be available by Christmas. The first spot y'all gonna be able to find it at is at the lemonade store. It's starting to get dark out here. In here, let me turn on some lights in here. So you know what I mean. First spot, you probably gonna find it at the lemonade store in California, you know what I mean, in Cali, because it's gonna be in the dispensaries. And what we're doing is, so it's being a lemonade store for probably the first 45 days, 90 days, something like that, and then it'll go to all the other stores because that's how we're gonna work it out. Shout out to Steve Lobel, you know what I mean? Shout out to Gotti and Ja. Gotti for even put me in a position to do that because a lot of people be like, yo, what's up with Black Child? His album ain't come. Niggas ain't letting him eat. But Gotti let me do so many other things where I get to eat that. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Shout out my Aunt Lisa. She helped me close this deal by just being a factor in my ear. You know what I mean? It's just so many pieces of the puzzle. My man Big Moose and my boy Sonny, you on the beats, Nick. Everybody I've been bombarding to get the artwork done for the bags because that's been the longest process for me as far as designing the bag and the roll.
Now you want to enjoy it, right?
Exactly.
So get that shot.
Facts.
And I ain't saying it because that, but I'm just saying it just seems like the minute success is coming, there's something around the corner trying to take that shit from us.
Yo, so that's how it been. The devil been trying to attack the last few months as I get closer to the big bag. You know what I mean? Things start getting tougher. You think it's supposed to get easier, but you start getting tested and you got to stand strong. You know what I mean? And persevere through it all.
No, even with the shot, I'm still keeping my mask on, my God. I don't give a fuck. Like, like that. Like I didn't know that's what was going on at the at Madison Square, but just seeing Buster and everybody, that means all them niggas got the shot already. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That means, but here's the thing. You don't see none of them getting online trying to, inspire people to do it and that let them know that they're okay. Because maybe if they doing it as rap stars, it'll help other people make the decision quicker. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But guess what?
Yeah.
As long as they pay a white person to do it, them niggas will get up there and talk about it. Nobody ain't gonna go into it. But if you get the same kind of money, if you giving me the same kind of money you would give Oprah Winfrey to do that shit, I guarantee you more people would get the fucking shot. See, that's the thing.
Yeah, because health is a touchy subject, man. Health, it's like sometimes I remember a long time ago they said certain things you don't talk about at work is religion and politics. Because people would disagree and then they start. So health, I think with the rap shit, a lot of niggas don't want to be responsible for speaking up, telling people to take the shots, and then it backfire or something side effects, and then they be like, well, such and such told me, my favorite artist told me to go ahead and get and take that shot. I done went got hit up and now I'm sick. And so I think some people just want to stay safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the safety factor is what we really the most important thing to this. But the problem is, it's like, like we try to do the right thing because like they already want us to be their guinea pigs, but to make our family their guinea pigs as well, we can't do that. So we got to be the first ones to step on the front line and say, okay, I'm gonna do this, and if it's good for me, then my kids will be all right. But
yeah,
my daughter,
definitely though.
my daughter got
You 100.
and she
I
was
agree
fucked
with
up.
you.
She was fucked up. My daughter is in the Navy, and she got it. And she said she been fucked up for like almost 2 months, bleeding and all kind of shit constantly and everything. But that was because she took the Moderna. You understand? When she should have took the Pfizer one.
Yeah.
So, but each his own. And here's the thing: when you start giving people choices, it's a rough choice for you to see which one is really going to be the outcome to keep us alive. There's too many choices, But the Pfizer, anything FDA approved for me is okay, because if it's not, then
at
I
least
might.
it's been tested and been certified. I feel what you're saying. I didn't even know Moderna wasn't FDA approved.
Nah,
I probably would have invested in Pfizer, but I was like, let me just get involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it ain't not at all. It's not approved yet. They're not even close to approving it.
That's crazy. And now
here's the thing. They putting out a pill, and the pill gonna be FDA approved before the Moderna.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's
you be doing your homework though. You did your homework.
Got to, because I got understanding seeds, and they got grandkids. You know what I'm saying? I got Bill. Matter of fact, I got Bill seeds. I got Bill kids of my own, 8 of them. I got 8 children of my own, plus they got grandkids. I got like 7 grandkids. So I'm like, yo, I gotta make sure they make it through this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still lucky to be here to even be able to coach them a little longer. So I gotta be the guinea pig to this shit so that they'll be all right. They'll be like, well, Dad got it, so I'm gonna do what Dad do, but I'm gonna still check on this and that. But Dad is all right, so we should be all right. His blood.
Yeah. I'm hearing you. Facts though. But that's deep, because hearing it from you, just us having this conversation is gonna open up a lot of people's eyes. Because it seemed like you did your homework and then you done had experience, like you said, from with your daughter having it. So you got you giving firsthand accounts. So a lot of people ain't getting firsthand accounts.
Right.
They're getting accounts from online from people that they may not know, or things like that. But you know what I mean? Hearing it from you, I'm hearing you giving me personal stories with the family and personal experiences, and that speaks volumes. You know what I mean? Even down to saying you vaccinated.
The first shot Pfizer was like, it was no problem. You just get a little soreness in the arm for a couple of hours and it's gone. But the second shot, you're good for the first day. But the next day, I caught a little stiffness. Like today, I caught a little stiffness. I was going to get my hair cut. My barber was going to come through and cut me. But when I started trying to move my neck a certain way, I caught a little stiffness and it hurt. So I know if he would have been touching me and moving my head this way, that way, he wouldn't have been able to do it. So I was like, yo, let's just wait till Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Let's wait till Tuesday. I want to let this shit do what it's got to do on my body, and then we'll fuck with the cutting the hair on Tuesday shit. So,
no doubt.
But that's so. The second one do give you a little something. Some people get serious fucked up over, and some people don't. You get a little touch of something, but it ain't something that's gonna try to take you out in 10 seconds. Like, because they make you sit there for 15. Nobody didn't know. They make you stay there for like 15 minutes. You can't even leave the parking lot or anything for 15 minutes. You got to stay around just in case if you got a reaction, they can hit you with this shit to make you reject it.
Real quick.
Yeah. So people don't know that. They don't talk about that. I've never heard them ever tell anybody about that.
That's
That's a
crazy
fact.
because that's the thing. Some of the information out there is not full. So that's what the fear come from people because they're not getting all the information. You know what I mean? They're getting bits and pieces at different times, and I think that's what making people skeptical.
Right, right.
Because I didn't even know that. You know what I mean? That they make you sit there for a little while and they got a backup in case you have a reaction. I ain't
Yeah.
know nothing about that.
They actually won't even give you the card until you stay there the 15 minutes. They hold the card inside and they make you wait the 15 minutes. Then you go inside. If they come out to your car and do it, then they make you come inside and get the card. But if you're inside, they make you sit inside for 15 minutes and wait. And then when they say the 15 minutes up, then they hand you your card. So you can't even get the card until you do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna end up getting vaccinated though, like I said, because I know for a fact, like I said, my mom's got vaccinated, both my brothers is vaccinated, and they deal. A lot of people got to get vaccinated because they ain't playing with they livelihood when it comes to your job. It ain't even worth it. You know what I
What
mean?
scares
And
everybody
then
about this shit? Niggas try to sell it to you. Just don't. My brother went and did it. And he's like, I think you should. I'm like, listen, man, don't try to sell that shit to me. If I'm
and
gonna
don't
do it,
try
I'm
to
gonna do it
force it on people. That's the
right.
two
Yeah.
biggest
My
things.
job was doing that
Selling it
every
and
day.
trying to force people to do it is make people rebel naturally.
What made me get it when I went to my doctor, he was crying. He wasn't like talking to me like some regular doctor. He was crying like, yo, you got everything at 100% now. Your heart and everything is good, this and that. But yo, I don't want, like you work so hard to get there and then something go wrong. So he was crying like, yo, please take. He said, my wife got the derma. He said, but I got the Pfizer because it's FDA approved. And he said, my son got the Johnson and Johnson. He said, I wouldn't get neither one of those. I took the Pfizer. So when my doctor told me that shit with tears in his eyes, I said, yeah, I'm gonna go do what this motherfucker did because
He
I'm
probably
taking what
seen
you
and
taking.
he probably seen a lot come through the ER.
Yep.
Yeah, and he know who I am too, because he follow my music, he follow my team, he follow everybody. But however, he tell all the people in his building who I am. He's like, yo, this guy's a major guy coming through here, like, and he's normal like everybody else, but he's respectable. He talks about stuff, and we talk about businesses and stuff like that and everything. And he'll tell me like in stocks what they working with and what's coming out and what'll be done. Like he does that. So he cool.
Yeah.
But when he was
Holla at
crying,
him, get some tips for some stocks next time you holla at him and shoot him through.
you know I
We
will,
need
bro.
to eat. We need to
Yeah,
make
bro,
sure
because
we
ain't
got
nothing
our
like
figures and
that.
everything.
Speaking
Ain't
of that,
nothing.
don't you got a new movie about to come out with Remy?
Yeah, I'm working on. I got this comedy. I'm working. Yo, the crazy thing with the comedy and how God worked is I shot it like a while back, you know what I mean, with Michael Blackson. And then during the course of me moving in Atlanta and moving from one crib to another crib, somehow I lost the hard drives and shit. But my daughter was moving out, finally getting her own crib, you know what I mean, after she graduated. And while she was packing her stuff on Father's Day, I come in the house, nigga, and my hard drive is on the table. And I'm like, yo, who hard drive is that? And they like, oh, yeah, that's yours, Tay. Found it in her school bag. Mind you, she graduated like 8 months ago. You know what I mean? But she just getting her crib and making the transition. So, nigga, the movie, all the footage was on it. So now I got the movie back. I had a production company interested in buying it. They said, go get the footage and bring us all the raw footage and we're going to make it pop. Man, I go to get the footage, and that's when I found out it was missing, but I just found it. So I had to finish up the script. I just finished the script and getting all the order together with the labels of all the different,
Like,
you know what I mean, everything. And I'm about to take that to the production company now. So it's called The Mechanics. It's basically about two mechanics. They supposed to fix your car, but they really in the hood hollering at chicks and shit, going to the club, busting sales and making sales out of other customers' cars, taking their side chick on dates and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's a
Word.
comedy. So I'm looking forward to that. I just finished that Big 50 movie from Track Queens. Shout out to Big 50 Detroit. Shout out to Remy Ma was in that and Tank. You know what I mean? So that was right before the Versuz. I got to do that with Remy. But when I'm on the set, and I'm working, I be in mode. So I really kind of just be in active mode, focus, because I be wanting to get to make sure I'm tight and my shit is right. So I kind of be like
You know,
in a bubble.
Just
you
leave it
need
off.
any actors, holla at me, man. I
I
definitely
got you.
have
I'm
them
gonna
in.
need some actors. I'm gonna need some actors.
That's
I'm
my
gonna
dude,
need some
Tank.
music and all of that for sure, for sure. Because
That
that's
nigga
what.
Tank,
Right
bro.
place.
Anything with Tank in it gonna be dope. Cause Tank, yo, one thing about people that I don't understand, like shout out to Tank, cause that nigga is creative. Yo, Tank is a beast, my nigga.
Yo, Tank
He
is a beast on acting and shit. He definitely was playing his part. He was killing that part of Slim and all of that. Real talk. He was definitely killing his thing. I was mad that I had to get beat up by him in the movie because he R&B dude. You know what I mean?
Got beat up
But
by a singing nigga.
yeah, word up. But you know what I mean?
he hit,
Even
he
that, I
hit him
came
with
up
the
out of that.
sexy, so sexy.
Nigga, since that movie, since the Big 50 movie, nigga, I've been trying to really definitely hit the gym heavy because it was definitely a brawl. You don't see it on camera because they cut it and it's so quick. But we had
Yeah,
to do 60, 70 takes of brawling, you know what I mean? And I ain't no stunt coordinator, no stunt dude. They was like, Black, you slipping, but I had a step right behind me for the stage because we was fighting in the club like a little short step for a girl to step on the stage. So I couldn't even really go toe to toe with him the way I wanted to. Because every time he hit me with that fake punch, bang, you know what I mean? I had to motherfucking, the step behind me knocked me down. So I was going down the first punch, even though he wasn't really getting punched. But you know what I mean? I learned a lot about stunt coordination, body motion, how to, even how to take a fake hit on camera. Like all of this stuff is important. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's a fact. The
Word up.
angles and all of that, yup.
It's different from the street shit. Niggas be thinking they could just do it, but it's different. Cause even with me, I don't know. God just blessed me where maybe I come across good on camera for them gangster roles, and I be getting that work and I be getting booked. But I don't think it's a walk in the park acting. I think it's serious. I take it serious. I practice. I try to be on time. Now acting, all my acting jobs, I'm early. I'm there early because I guess I'm so passionate about it and so excited. It's like a new door to be in
That's a
when you
fact.
seeing different actors, different directors. Shout out to Russ Paul. He directed the Big 50 joint and he directed Saints and Sinners, and I was in that. That's how I came across to that with references, you know what I mean, from different production companies. But that's from being punctual and professional on the
Yeah,
set, and that's how I carry myself, and that usually gets me more work, more than just go get Black Child, because Black Child ain't really a superstar, big mega superstar artist like that. You know what I mean? But I put in work, and then when I get in, I network too. When I get on the set, I see if they need music for songs, all of that. You know what I mean?
yeah. 'Cause I'm definitely trying to get more into acting. I've been doing the web series thing. Playing a dirty cop. You know what I'm saying? And your buzz will
You're
flip.
doing
You
a
know what I'm saying?
bad
They'll book
job,
me
man.
too.
By the way, you're doing a bad job.
Yeah, Buddha, yo, work is up, dog. He gonna keep it
But nah,
100. You was playing a
You
crooked
know, my
cop.
man doing a good
yeah,
job. I'm
a
just
dirty
messing around.
cop.
Now you fucking with. I know you fucking with him. I ain't gonna get to check
So,
it out. What
quick
web
question.
series?
Yeah, huh?
What web series?
The Wolves.
The Wolves. I gotta check it out. Send me the link. I definitely
All right,
vibe to it.
all right. Hey, yo,
Monk,
Buddha,
you don't be doing, huh?
I want to ask Buddha something real quick. Yo, I
What's up?
just watched one of the last episodes of the Wu-Tang Saga, the series on Hulu, right?
Uh,
It, is some of that shit that Dirty did on the show, like, did he really do some of that shit?
I
Or that's
believe it.
just for TV? I
bro,
believe some
a
of the shit
lot
he
of
did.
shit, a lot of shit that Dirty do is for TV, not for TV, and somehow made it to TV. So, and then on that note, what you see is what you get.
What
That's
you do?
that's the best way to describe Dirty. Cause yo, bro, when you with that nigga, you God bless the day, you don't know what the hell, bro. Every day was a nightmare. It was like a gift and a curse every day. Cause like, okay, I'm taking care of the business part for us and everything. Boom, right? Next thing you know, I'm looking for this nigga. He done disappeared. I can't find him. This is a studio, 24-hour lockout. We got shit to do, and he gone.
Yeah.
He'll call you from somewhere, be like, "What's up?" What do you mean, what's up? Where you at? The guy got just mix some vocals and put some sounds in and put some backgrounds. Just do your thing. I'll be back later. Yo, that's it. That's it. And guess what? You worried about his money, and he know you worried about it because that's why he got you doing what he got you doing. So boom, you take your kid shit. So when he comes back, he's always happy. I've never had this. One thing I can say about Dirty, there was never a time he came in the studio while I was taking care of shit and came in like, nah, man, what you do? You fucked the shit up or this and that. He's like, you know exactly what the fuck I was looking for. That's why I leave you in charge of the shit when I'm gone. Him and RZA would just come there, drop everything off, and leave. And then I had to scramble and figure the shit out. And nah, those vocals, they were okay. But then he'll be like, y'all don't hear that shit? I don't know, be 100 vocals up here. Let that shit down and find this one little sound. After everything was blasted in our ears for 16 hours, we never heard it, but he hear it. It's just him, bro. It's just certain shit he do. But some of that shit also, too, I don't like some of the shit because to be honest with you, to me, some of it, I felt like, yo, man, they tried to make it seem like at first, man, he was just hanging around niggas. He wasn't really like a nigga popping like that. Dirty was popping in Brooklyn, bro. He was doing his thing. Everybody know Unique. Come on, man. We was the motherfucking 40 thieves, nigga. We was stealing beers, 6 and 7 bottles of
That
Old
nigga
English in
said 40
our
thieves.
pants. Like,
I ain't hear that name in so long, nigga. He said
yeah,
the 40 thieves. That's
yeah.
the old English. Rest
That's
in
back to
peace to
Old
old
English.
Dirt Dog, man.
So I'm
I
trying to
love
tell
that
you.
dude too. I got to meet him once or twice, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
It wasn't nothing like, yo, bro, it wasn't nothing like being on the corner shuba dooping and shuba whopping and all of a sudden go in the store, niggas come back out with 640s in their pants leg. How the fuck you do that shit? I mean, like these niggas would go in the store and come out with 640s in their legs. Him and Shorty shit stain and race on. Them niggas was good at that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Some of the stuff that really should have been in this shit, you don't see it. And let me tell you something too. Whoever's doing their editing, they're doing a lot of chopping and screwing because like the way where they set for niggas to start rapping and where they was at, and it's a lot of shit missing. I'm gonna tell you though, the purposes that shouldn't be told to nobody else. It's a good thing a lot of shit is missing. You understand what I'm saying? Because yo, a
Facts.
lot of shit incriminate niggas. And you know, one thing about now, whether you do it today or tomorrow, these motherfuckers get on YouTube and still lock your ass up today.
Yeah, somebody, even if they can't lock you up, somebody might try to sue for 20 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, yeah, that night I was there. That was me. That was my chain they took.
And you be like,
I
oh, I
need
could
20
do
million.
it. They could be like, oh, I could do it. The statute of limitation is over on that shit. Nah, but here's what happened. That shit happened when the statute of limitation was not even on yet. So they can still charge you for that. That's where you be fucked up because you think you're getting away with telling this shit, and then all of a sudden they got a fucking monkey to tell. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, I'm not with it. I'm just not with it. Like, but when you was talking to him about movies and shit like that too, I was like, "Ooh, how he know about that shit we doing?" You know, I got some shit in the woodwork. We got some shit coming out for Dirty finally. You know,
Yeah, that's what's
Shaquita,
up, man.
Shaquita and his wife, Shaquita, his wife, and me, and I got these people from Europe and everything, and we did this deal, and hopefully it should be coming out soon. It's going to be on a major platform across the
That'll
world,
be dope, man.
like
And I
across the
got,
world.
will his son be involved? Because everybody getting their sons involved. I think it started with Ice Cube's son playing him. You know what I mean? And I had a chance to meet Young Dirty Bastard. You know what I mean? On Jamaica Ave in the hood. He a good dude. Energy remind me a lot of his pops. You know what I
Just
mean?
like
Will he be involved? That
nah, yo, he's definitely involved. Him, the whole entire family. You
that's
know,
what's
like
up.
they're putting it together. I'm just gonna oversee the project for them. I'm gonna be like you know, I'm the consultant. I'm gonna consult the whole project.
No doubt.
So that's the good thing about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and to all praises due, everybody will be able to make some money. You know, even his moms and everybody. It'll be something that's gonna be real, real huge, and it's coming sooner than people think. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I want everybody shocked because it's not just some regular platform we put it on. It ain't like just Netflix or like who I'm going where all the little white kids and everything buy your shit.
You
You
going
understand
big.
what
You
I'm saying?
going court. You going big.
Huge,
Right.
huge, huge. Talking about places
Can't
like
wait.
Apple. We
Oh,
talking about
Dirt
places
Dog
like,
was big, man. Oh,
yeah, we
Dirt.
talking places like Apple, A&E, and stuff like that, grabbing at it.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
So if Apple or A&E is somebody like that grab at it, you get nominated for grant Emmys and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Dope.
that's where it's at. That's where it's at. But Black Child and you know, God, I gotta get off here because I gotta get in here and start
Yeah.
cooking for the family and shit.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man.
already,
It
man.
was a pleasure speaking to you, man. Always, after we get off this line, we're going to stay in tune. I'll get your information. So we
Yeah,
just be locked in, man. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's one of my generals right there. Brixkz the boss is one of my generals. So like, yo, whatever you want
Zoo.
to do, let's do it, man. And shout
Yeah,
out to the whole Murder Inc. Love you, bro.
that's love, man. Shout out to
That's
the
it,
whole
bro.
Woo and everybody, man. Sons of Man, everybody. Because, you know, I done, Shaheem, I done ran to everybody during that era. So I shout
Right,
out the
right,
whole team. You know what I mean?
right. But yo,
Right.
listen, let me know because I'm cooking up marvelous joints every day. I've got that production on fire.
Send
You
me
know what
some
I'm
heat
saying?
because I
Making them
need it
beats
I
right
got
now.
now.
you.
Yep.
We
I
on the
got
Making
you.
no,
them
I got
beats.
we
some.
on the
Yo,
no sample. It's no samples for me.
I don't do samples. I don't do
Yeah,
samples at all. I play everything with these fingers.
mm, dope. Yeah,
I'm,
I'm gonna
I'm,
definitely shoot
Facts.
my
I'm day
email.
and night, night and day. I'm gonna set up a couple of joints and then I'm gonna send them to you definitely.
All right, for sure.
Salute, y'all.
Salute,
All right,
King.
Zoo.
Zoom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
that's
that's
it.
dope. That's dope, man. Everybody working, man. I'm happy to hear he healthy and people healthy. You know, I know he dealing with a lot. That 5 deaths, 11 deaths in 5 weeks is serious. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. Like, cause there's a lot that we were supposed to do, but you know what I'm saying, it got held up. You know what I'm saying? Because like, of course, he not in the mood to like do certain things, but like once he ready, like it's about to go down, man. We about to drop this new video on the third Zoo Bosses remix. Me, Ray Hairs, Tazi, Miss T. It's about to go down, man.
That's
Matter of
what's
fact,
up.
I'm gonna send you the link too so you can see it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we
Yeah, and yo,
definitely
you know
heard
I'll
him.
pull up for the acting thing. I told you acting nigga, I'm gonna be there early. So you know what I mean? If they need something with the wolf, you know what I mean? Yeah, Black
Yeah.
Talents will pull up and put some work
Uh-huh.
in,
And I'm
man.
working on a couple of scripts and shit myself too. So like we could definitely put something together, man. Like I'm definitely want to take this acting shit seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been doing it like we stopped filming the wolves for a minute because there's been like a lot of violence going on out here in the 518. So it's like
Yeah.
a lot of shit just been hot. But I have a lot of people that come up to me and be like, "Yo, ain't you the dude that played the cop on the wolves? Like, yo, I fuck with you. Like, yo, you be doing your thing when y'all coming back." So
Yeah.
I think we're supposed to try to. I think he's shooting for coming back in November. But yeah, definitely pull up, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I let niggas know what it is, and niggas gonna be with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, let's make it happen, man.
Facts, definitely, man.
You know
That's
what I'm
what's
saying?
up, nigga. I'm gonna check it out. Send me the link so I can check it out and vibe, man. You know
I'm
what I
gonna send
mean?
you everything as soon as we get off. You know what I'm
Cause
saying?
I'll be watching everything. I'm done watch everything. I need something new to watch. So yeah, shoot that through.
I got you, man. And again, yo, I appreciate your time. You know what I'm saying? It
Man,
took a little
likewise,
minute
I
for this to
appreciate
happen.
your patience, because we been was supposed to do this shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I know you ain't a dude that's just sitting around not doing nothing. I know you moving, so like I wasn't stressing it because like I know you out there getting to that bag and making your moves and shit. So like, you know what I'm saying? I had no
Yeah.
choice but to be patient, man. I can't,
Facts, yeah.
you,
Even today, I had a busy day, man. Like, I had to go, I took like a 3-hour class on NFTs today, a tutorial with somebody that's into it. So I had to do that all day and then run around. And I'm working on, this I came up with the song, the first single I'm dropping. It started off young nigga, old nigga, with me and this young dude going back and forth like y'all young niggas always worry about an outfit. You know what I mean? And niggas need to focus on credit and buy houses and shit like that. And he like, yo, old niggas played out. I'm worried about right now. Money come and go. I'm making sure I'm dripping right now. And we going back and forth arguing on the song and shit. So then I'm like, it turned into a commercial version a little bit where I was like, I need a little cleaner version. So I ended up changing it little homie, big homie, where we going back and forth. So with that, it just inspired me to shoot the video. The video ended up turning into a short film. You know what I mean? And it inspired me to be on some little homie, big homie shit. And that goes back to what you're saying. There's been a lot of violence in the hood. And it's just time for the big homies to step up, man, get these young boys a platform so they can eat and they're feeling like they left out, feeling like they starving. You know what I mean? And I think it'll get less violence and calm down. A lot of OGs be keeping the game to themselves and don't really be giving up the game and the blueprint for the younger generation to take the route to get to the bag. They be selfish with it. It's like being hot in, you know what I mean? They be selfish with the information and the connections to network on a higher level for these young dudes. And that leads to them being frustration. Besides, you know what I mean, all the other issues that we got going on in the hood with mental health, drug use, parents on drugs, ain't no telling. I start thinking like some of these kids, I can't even be mad at them. Some of them can't even function right because of the drug use their parents was going through. So some of them can't even grasp when you're trying to put them on the right route. So you really got to really be dedicated to that shit for real. You know what I mean? And we got to start getting people in tune with mental health and different ways to deal with anger and frustration besides violence. Because, you know what I mean? It's different ways to handle shit. It's like we all, you know, when we came up, it was times we had beef with somebody, but you end up getting real cool with the dude. Once you got to know him, you talk, you see he ain't really come out. Yo, it wasn't even really about that. Yo, me and him is tight. He ain't playing no games. He know I ain't playing no games. But you know what? We cool now. But at first, it was about to be popping when we first met. You know what I mean?
That's how me and my nigga Rab was.
Like, but
you know what
we
saying?
gotta get back to that. You know what I mean? When niggas can get past the bullshit and just pulling out and letting off shots, because that's the easiest thing to do. You know what I mean? And then niggas ain't got no aim at hitting little kids. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't even getting the op, hitting the op 9 times out of 10, man. So it's like, niggas need to, I just think they just need more guidance, more us to step up and show them the route and lead them to that bag. You know what I mean? So if any little homies out there see me, holler at me, man, I'll point y'all to the right direction of the bag, man. You just got to be disciplined and in tune enough to get it. And get a lot of people can't get past they pass to get to the bag. You know what I mean? They still focus on, this happened to me when I was young. And they so focused on that, they ain't even focused on their future or what the work they got to put in to advance for, you know what I mean? So their kids don't be in a situation like that. Yeah, I start getting deep, my nigga. I start getting deep, nigga.
Yeah, that's some real shit right there, though, man.
Yeah.
So, man, appreciate you taking the time. Fuck with me today, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Like it was a good conversation, man. Especially with Buddha coming on and shit. Got to talk about a lot of real shit.
Yeah, because I didn't even know he was gonna touch on the COVID and all of that, and that he was so as knowledgeable as he is with all of that. Word.
Yeah, like because I was just with him like over the summer. They had a show out there in Worcester, and like after he got off the stage. Like he's like, yo, I'll take pictures with y'all, but don't get too close to my face, and you gotta have a mask on. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that shit is.
It's
real,
good to
man.
be like that because we can't take this shit for a joke. Really, some of these precautions that we gotta take, we should have been taking anyway. Like hitting hand sanitizer after the gas pump and certain things is doorknobs. So just certain things we do, we should already naturally be taking precaution because it's crazy. You all see it all the time, niggas. But before COVID, niggas would be digging in their nose and, and doing dumb shit. Then try to go shake your hand or open the door. Or you'll see somebody digging their nose and then like count money, try to hand somebody their change. Before COVID, niggas was doing that, scratching their ass.
That's a fact.
So some of these precautions niggas need to take anyway, man.
That's a whole fact. Then you go around and you start eating shit and you got to, putting all them germs and shit in your mouth and your body.
Yeah, exactly, man. But yeah, man, we gonna chop it up, man. Like whatever, anytime you need me, man, I'm here, man. Shoot me Monk number, shoot him my info. You know what I mean? This line right here,
Definitely
so
got
he'll
you.
be in tune and we can all stay linked up.
Copy that.
And
You
shoot
know
me
what I'm
that
saying?
wolf joint so I can check it out.
I got you.
All
Right
right.
now, bro. All right.
All right.
Salute,
Peace.
bro. Peace.
Salute.